Welcome to another Connecting the Community podcast. I am Mara Jondere, the host of this podcast, where I talk, for the most part, to people doing good things in and around Richmond Hill. For this podcast, I'm fortunate to be able to talk to Rachel Hyejung-Kim and Hannah Kim from Soundbridge Society, an Ontario-based nonprofit music organization dedicated to bringing live music to seniors, hospitals, and underserved communities. Sounds very commendable. Rachel and Hannah, welcome. I would like to start by you telling us your stories. I want you to brag about your musical abilities. What do you play? What has been your training? Where have you played? And when and why did you come to Canada? Let's start with Rachel.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to. I will start first. I am a pianist and a collaborative pianist and also music educator. So I began playing the piano when I was 7 years old. And after many years of professional training, I majored in piano performance at the university in South Korea. And as I continued my musical journey, I became especially interested in collaborative piano working with other musicians as also music coaching. So that passion eventually led me to complete a master degrees in collaborative piano in also South Korea. And then I originally came to Canada in 2005 because of my husband's studies, not mine. So at the time, I never imagined that Canada would eventually become my home, but somehow life led us here. So now it truly feels like my home. So while I living in Canada, I completed the ARCT diploma and also LRCM diploma in the piano performance through the Royal Conservatory of Music in Toronto. So today I perform both as a solo pianist and also as a collaborative pianist working with many musicians. And also I run RK Piano Studio where I teach and mentor many students. And like today, Hannah and I are leading Soundbridge Society together with Hannah serving as the artistic director and myself as the president. So I hope that gives you a little introduction about who I am.
Okay, very nice. So, Hannah, what is your story?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting us to your podcast today. I'm a violinist and currently I serve as the artistic director of Soundbridge Society as well as the concert master of the Ontario Philharmonic. I did my musical training in Germany where I completed my advanced studies and eventually earned my doctoral degree in violin performance. After that, I returned to Korea and worked as a university professor while continuing my music career as a performer. I never imagined myself living in Canada, and about 7 years ago, I came to Toronto first time to perform at a conference. During that time, I met my husband, and after we got married, I eventually ended up settling here. Since then, I've continued performing, teaching, and doing community outreach through music.
Now, what is the story of Soundbridge Society and when and why was it started?
So I think I will take this question and I'd love to share our story with you. So Soundbridge is a project that Hannah and I started together last summer in 2025. So before Soundbridge began, we had already performed together on many stages and became not only musical partners, but also very close friends. And we had spent years surrounded by music through concert and performances, but everything changed when we had opportunities to perform in hospitals and the senior homes. So there we realized how deeply people needed music. So for us, performing was something familiar, and we want even playing especially grand pieces. But for the patient and the seniors listening, the meaning of that music was incredibly powerful. So we saw tears, smiles, and emotional responses from people who often struggled to express themselves. So, and honestly, those moments were very difficult to put into words. So after experiences like that, we felt simply couldn't ignore it. So we decided to begin this journey together. So we officially became a registered nonprofit organization in Ontario last July. And since then, we have presented more than 40 performances and shared music with nearly 4,000 people in the community already. And this month, we have great news. We were also recognized by the CRA as a charitable organization, which was a very meaningful milestone for us. So for us, actually, Soundbridge is about more than performance. It's about connection and comfort and the dignity and bringing people together through music.
Very nicely said. So, how many musicians are part of Soundbridge? It's more than just the two of you.
Yeah, right now we have about 20 musicians in Soundbridge. We have many different kind of musicians, including instrumental player and singers. Depending on the concert or outreach program, we create different ensemble and programs to best connect with the audience and the community we are serving.
So, why did you choose the name Soundbridge?
We chose the name Soundbridge because we believe music can connect people. We want to connect person to person, generation to generation, and heart to heart through music.
Okay, so it really is a bridge to sound. So, Soundbridge. Okay,
Right.
makes sense. Okay. Is it just classical music that you perform?
That's a great question. So Hannah and I both studied classical music. So that's our background. But at Soundbridge, we don't only play classical music. Before every concert, we try to understand the audience first. What kind of music do they enjoy? Or have they experienced live music often or before? And what kind of atmosphere do they need that day? So if the seniors are not very familiar with a live concert or very high level classical music, we choose music that feels warm and familiar and easy to enjoy because our concert is not about showing our skills. They are about the people listening and what brings them joy. So we perform many kind of music, classic, semi-classic, the old pop song, and the more depending on the audience.
I hope I get to hear you soon. Do you have regular practices?
Yes, our musicians practice individually on a regular basis as everyone is actively performing and maintaining their own repertoire and skills. For our group performances, the musicians are selected depending on the program and the needs of each concert. Once the program is finalized, we come together and practice as a group to prepare carefully for each performance.
Very good. Now, there is an opportunity for Richmond Hill residents and those close by to attend a concert on the afternoon of Saturday, June the 6th. Tell us about that concert.
Yes, on Saturday, June 6th, we will have a fundraising concert at Richmond Hill Presbyterian Church. The concert is to support our outreach performances for seniors and underserved community. We will have wonderful musicians performing classical music, vocal music, and some familiar pieces that audience can enjoy comfortably. It's a free concert and everyone in the community is welcome to come enjoy the music with us.
Very nice. I explored your website and I was impressed with its design. I also noticed that Soundbridge offers children's music camps. Can you talk about them?
So actually, this is something I have been doing for a long time. So there is a nonprofit organization called Reaching Up in the Jane Finch area here in Toronto. So, and I have been teaching music with them since around 2008. And I'm still doing it today. Every week, professional musicians offer free music lesson to kids in the Jane Finch community. It's a program that gives them a chance to grow up with the music and to experience it, to make it part of their lives. And in summer, we used to run a music camp. So where the kids could try different instruments and learn some music theory. And the last day we have a performance to invite their parents. It was such a special time, but because of COVID pandemic, we had to pause it for a while. So now with the Soundbridge, we are planning to bring that programs back in collaboration with Reaching Up. So for the time being, we will be starting this work together in the Jane Finch area. So, there's so many children who want to learn music. They are curious. They have a passion for it, but their families just can't afford lesson fees, and the instrumental is kind of very expensive. So actually more than people realize. So, and I really believe this kind of a work matters. So if we want a better community, we have to give every child like a chance to touching and to feel and to know. So music shouldn't only belong to those who can pay for it. So I hope this kind of things will be our part of a project for the community.
That does lead into my question that I ask all podcast guests who are musicians. What do you believe is the power of music? And I'd like to hear from both of you.
I believe music has the power to comfort and connect people. Sometimes music can express feelings that words cannot express. We have seen many people smile, cry, sing along, and feel emotionally connected through live music. Especially in hospitals and senior homes, we really feel that music can bring healing, hope, and joy to people.
Rachel?
At the same time, it's actually very difficult to define the power of music in just one way, because it carries so many positive effects. As Hannah already mentioned, I'd just like to add that I also believe the greatest power of music is its ability to connect heart. So some people even called music a universal language. But if I had to choose one meaning, especially as president of Soundbridge, I would say the music acts as a bridge, as a connect. The power of connection. So it connects generation to generation, culture to culture, and most importantly, heart to heart. So we have seen how music can change the atmosphere of a room in just a few seconds, just enough, the few seconds. And it brings smiles, memories, and sometimes even tears, but in a very healing and a beautiful way.
Very nicely said. Now, how would Soundbridge like to get support? Are you looking for more musicians, places to perform at? And what is your future goals? Like, what does success look like?
We are looking for people who believe in and want to support our mission. To continue this outreach concert, we are looking for sponsorship and community support. And we are also always happy to connect with people who want to volunteer, collaborate, or support our mission from the heart. And of course, we are always excited to meet musicians who want to use music to make a positive difference in the community.
And then I'm going to say that about our future goal. So honestly, we are still at the very beginning of our journey as an organization. So rather than setting huge or ambitious goals, our focus right now is just simply to do our best, one step at a time. So we had to name a goal. It would be to reach more senior homes and hospitals, especially places that may be overlooked or far away. So where people don't often have opportunities to experience live music and art. So when we first started, many people told us it would be very difficult to sustain and something like that. But our goal is to continue faithfully without letting distance, time, or financial challenges stop us. So for us right now, actually, success is not about having a bigger budget or growing into a larger organization. So if even one senior or one patient can feel comforted through our music, then we believe that is already meaningful success.
Good. Is there anything else that either of you would like to add?
We are very grateful for everyone who has supported Soundbridge so far. We truly believe music can bring people together and make positive difference in the community. We hope to continue sharing music with more people in the future.
And Rachel, would you like to add anything?
When I was younger, I didn't really notice how fast the time goes by. So I never imagined that I would become a senior one day. But the truth is that life is fair to everyone. So we all start as a children, we grow up, we become adult, and one day every single one of us will be senior too. So there's no question about it. So and it's the same with a patient in hospital. Anyone can get sick. So it's not because they are different from us. It's a part of being human. So when I look at the seniors and the patient, I don't see strangers. I see our neighbors, our brother and sister, and also our family. So the way they are now, that's how we will be like someday. So that's our future actually. So and I want to always remember that. I want to respect their lives and honor who they are. So Soundbridge is just a small step. But my hope is that one day caring for seniors and patients won't be just our job. It will be something we all do together as a community. And I really hope our society can grow to support that just a little by little.
Okay, I have a sense I know your answer to this question. I always end the podcast with the same question, all guests. If you had a magic wand and could make the world a little better, what is one thing you would change in the world?
That's so hard question. I actually really enjoy superhero movies like Avengers. I think there's something meaningful about people using their ability to help others when they are in difficult situations. I don't think I would want to completely change the world, but if I had a magic wand, I probably want to help make people's burdens a little lighter and give support to people who really need it.
Nice. Rachel?
Actually, I want to have a more than 10 magic wands. One is not enough, actually, right? So if I have it, I think I wish it would be that no one had to suffer from illness. So growing older feels natural to us. So it's something we all go through together. So, but the illness feels different. So when I visit hospital, I see how deeply some people are suffering, and it can feel very unfair. So if I truly had magic, I would wish for everyone to stay healthy and grow older together, side by side, without sickness, separating people from the ones they love. That would be my wish.
Okay, I hope your wish comes true. Well, thank you, Rachel and Hannah, for taking the time to do this podcast. I have really enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for listening. I would appreciate you sharing this podcast. Consider emailing me at marj, M-A-R-J, at margeandre.com. I would welcome suggestions for podcast guests. Let's stay connected.